Hello everyone and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today, discounted archers take on discounted skirmishers, take on extra thick eagles, take on anti-infantry cavalry as Liereyy, playing as the Byzantines in green, gets ready to duke it out with Mr. Yo, playing as the Mayans in red. Now the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age ASAP. Not a bad time for us to take a look at the Civ matchup that we are going to be watching today. The Byzantines, civilization designed to be as hard as freaking possible to take down. Their structures get progressively more HP, starting right at the very beginning of the game, 10% extra HP for every single one of their structures in Dark Age, all the way up to 40% more HP for them in Imperial. Their bombard towers can be upgraded to get splash damage, and they get Town Watch and Town Patrol for free, so they automatically see you coming from a mile away. Now, once the battle starts, their monks heal units twice as fast, and they can slow down enemy advances by clogging up the attack paths for days with their cheaper skirmishers, their cheaper spearmen, and even their cheaper camel units. Now, their unique unit, the Cataphract, is a heavy cavalry unit with a massive attack bonus against infantry that can take a pretty good beating with a good amount of HP and pretty strong base armor. Now, when the Byzantines finally do decide to go up to the Imperial Age, if we're lucky enough to see that, they only pay 2/3 of the cost of doing so, which does allow them to invest those saved resources into upgrading their Cataphracts even more by giving them trample damage and an even bigger +6 attack bonus against infantry. Now, all of these things I mentioned, every single feature I just mentioned, upgrades, bonuses, features, bad news bears for Mr. Yo playing as the Mayans, a civilization that pushes its players towards archer units. Their skirmishers can be upgraded to throw a second, albeit weaker projectile, and their foot archers, except for their skirmishers, become progressively cheaper as the game goes on. 10, 20, 30% off in Imperial. This discount does help them mass their unique unit, the Plumed Archer, the fastest foot archer in the game, and one that comes with a small attack bonus against infantry. So, will we get to see it against the Byzantines? Stay tuned. Now, to support their ranged units against the enemy attack, Mayan walls are 50% cheaper, so they can stay safe behind a lot of these. And their Eagle Warriors, as I mentioned in my confusing intro, can be upgraded to get a massive +40 HP boost. Now, to produce as large an army as possible, Mayan resources do last 15% longer than normal, and they start the game with an extra villager but 50 less food, which can help them reach Feudal Age a little bit faster, so they can start taking advantage of those cheaper archer units. But it also means they start every random match game housed, which is why you'll have noticed the eagle-eyed viewers at the top right of your screen in the beginning, Mr. Yo researching Loom, because he needs that 25 seconds to get a house up so that he can begin training villagers. That's why he already has 40 HP and armor on his units, whereas our Byzantine does not. Pretty excited for this matchup, not gonna lie. Mr. Yo has not exactly been very active on the ranked ladder in terms of 1v1s. He has been preferring to play a lot of team games, a lot of 4v4, Rage Forest, Arena, Nomad, stuff like that. So he has not been really duking it out individually, but in the last day or two, he has started playing more and more. And on top of that, not only is he playing more and more, but he's playing the civ that I think is his best civ, the Mayans. I mean, I've said this before, maybe a little bit of an exaggeration, but not a, caster's, the license, let's say. It's almost like a work of art. If he can get up to his plumed archers, his eagles, we've seen him take down many an enemy civ that for a lesser player would have absolutely just been GG. Now, I don't want to call it a civ win, a civ whatever. I'm very reluctant to use those kinds of terms, but everything the Mayans have, even the 40 extra HP eagles that cap out at 100 freaking HP, everything they have, even cheaper archers, countered quite nicely by the Byzantines. Any infantry cataphracts wreck in a matter of seconds. You have to be Bohemian halberdiers in order to put a dent in a fully upgraded cataphract. On the other hand, no amount of cheaper archer units are going to save you from those 25% discounted elite skirmishers who have all the upgrades that they need in order to kick your ass. And maybe one extra javelin. Who knows? Welche Javeliner is not a bad upgrade at all, but mostly against high pierce armor targets, which, to be fair, a skirmisher is. For now, Mr. Yo has discovered where his opponent is. Let's remove the blinders and see whether Iereyy has found his opponent. No, not quite yet. Will, though, stumble upon the main patch of gold. So, as I said, my excitement levels are pretty darn high. A player who hasn't played very frequently lately on the, although I guess lately isn't needed in that sense. He hasn't played frequently on the ranked ladder in recent days, recent times. On a civ, with a civ that I think is his best civ against a pretty hard civ played by a pretty tough freaking player. I mean, look at Ierey's elo, 2838. I mean, before Hera cracked the 2900, the 3000 mark, 2838 was one of the high, it would have been one of the highest elos. And so in any event, that's my excitement. Whether you're as excited as I am, I leave it up to you. Relic in the dead center of the map. Let's take a look at the bases, as it looks like this eagle is trying to avoid certain death here in a 2v1 on the low ground. But our Byzantine scout, he's wrangling this eagle. He is wrangling it to attack into here. And I'm not too sure this is going to end too well for Mr. Yo, who's unfortunately, it always seems to be the Meso Civs who lose their scouts first. And Iereyy draws first blood, heads across the map with his slightly injured unit and its spearman compadre. Let's take a look. Primary gold in the forward position, but protected by a wall off. Actually, let's take a look at the attack path, because it's a fairly small map. A lot of high ground. Oh, you'd love to be the Tatars or the Georgians on this freaking map. You'd love to have a big juicy castle right on here. Literally king of the hill. Look at this. It's like we're watching a rock formation from NASA's Voyager mission or something. Another eagle almost dead. Moves back, but ooh, it's a trap, says General Akbar as he pumps out 4 skirmishers and gets revenge, 1 kill apiece. So, in any event, silly references to space aside, primary gold in the forward position. He has 2 extra gold patches to the left. Primary stone, I like it, nice and secure for our Byzantine, and his secondary stone very much exposed, and he's already left it. I'm assuming he's seen it, of course he has, and he's left it outside the town center area. We'll take a look at Mr. Yo's base, but for now, he is the one putting on the aggression. A little bit of a skill check here, but the skill of his opponent with a 25% discounted skirmisher says, I like your 4 skirms. Let me introduce you to my 8 MF. Get the F out of my base. And Mr. Yo gets the F out of the base, passing by that dead lion. Another eagle added. His gold also in the forward position. His stone also in the rear position. Unlike Iereyy, his secondary gold is very much secure to the back. Where's his third gold? Oh, goodness gracious. All the way to the left. And so his secondary stone, also like Iereyy, in the forward position here. In terms of forests, I don't think anyone's particularly advantaged or disadvantaged. Mr. has one kind of long, medium wall off, and he's never been one to shy away from walling off his base. Whereas Iereyy has these 3 tiny forests. Wow, look at how thin these forests are. Ooh. That is, against an archer civilization, that might be very problematic. In the meantime, our Byzantine is down 1 villager. Both players racking up a whole 4 seconds of TC idle time, fletching for our Byzantine to extend his archer lead, as Mr. Yo's triangle shape should be in the other shape. No, I feel like that was a wrongly shaped triangle. Moving here to the rear. Did Iereyy not see this, that he's moved his army out? No, his army's coming back. Apologies to anyone on a smaller screen. I just wanted to zoom out to see how far away those skirmishers were. And uh-oh, Ierey's army is caught out of position, and that means exposed villagers, 1 dead. Mr. Yo clogging up the escape path. Might be 2 dead here. 1 more volley. 2 dead villagers is not a bad get, especially since you can escape into the night. But skirmishers have pretty good line of sight, so you're gonna have to escape fairly fast. Where the hell do you think you're going? Was Iereyy trying to entice Mr. Yo with a villager? Was this like a worm on a hook? What was the point of that? Maybe you wanted him to turn around so they could absolutely kill him. What are these red dots? We got 1 scout, another scout, another scout. He doesn't see green. He will. In the meantime, though, we've got eagles turning around on the skirmishers. We got to look at the poking of the horse's ass. And Mr. Yo takes a 4-1 kill lead. Oh, 4-2. Glad we managed to catch that, says the guy who controls the camera. And has been known to miss things in the past. Who's kidding who? Both players starting to bank resources. A lot of gold for our Mayan. All of their resources do last a little bit longer than everyone else's. And Mr. buys and sells, goes up to the Castle Age Lerey, not too far behind. Both players, I think, will keep their stone. Mr. for sure, Lerey probably as well. And there we go. So, not too bad in terms of number one, TC idle time, clicking up to Castle Age, 12 seconds, 16 seconds. As long as it stays under a villager's production time, or a villager's birthing time, I guess, it's not terrible. So 16 is getting there, 12 is about halfway. And being about 21 seconds behind your opponent going up to Castle Age is also not terrible, especially since your opponent can't really do too much with that 20-second advantage. It's not enough to research elite skirmishers, Eagle Warrior upgrades. Now, you might want to start putting down some walls here. That might be something you might want to do against an Eagle flock. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Anytime you play against a Mesociv, late game is so potentially deadly with those Eagles. You never know when the hell they're going to pop in. Doesn't matter if they're Incan with extra armor, or Aztec that can rip through your villagers with that +4 attack, or 100 freaking HP that makes them last pretty darn long inside your base. Ooh, but wait a second. Big mistake here at Iereyy, potentially. He's going to have to delete something here to get back into his own base. I'm not sure you can poke at the Eagles like this without any kind of repercussions. Mr. Yo catching up, pivoting to the right. His skirmisher's desperate to throw a javelin as he peels off his well, to be fair, eager but weaker units. And there's Eagles, there's Squires for our Mayan, who is housed at 55. Oh, Mr. Yo pulling an MBL here. Oh, look at that. Well, you know what? I thought this was a big mistake from Iereyy, but to be fair, he's giving as good as he's getting. He's losing 25% discounted skirmishers, and at the same time, he's keeping Mr. Yo occupied while he wastes that 20 seconds that Mr. Yo had as an advantage over him, getting up to Castle Age, tries to take the high ground. Of course, not going to work against these Eagles. They already have +1. Now they're Warriors. And Warriors, man, the stats from Scout to Warrior. Oh, this guy got left out in the cold. Okay, does save himself. To the south. The villager trying to stop the penetration. We've got a second TC here for our Mayan while a castle goes up. There you go. Come on, Cataphracts. Come on, Cataphracts. A big castle. It's already 85% complete. Cataphracts, in terms of gold cost, identical to Nightline units, so 75 gold, but they do cost 10 extra food. So a few knights here. Eagles do come with an attack bonus against cavalry. Shouldn't be very big right now. +3 at the moment. And there's the first Cataphract already being trained. Has Monsieur caught wind of the castle? He is not just yet. So he doesn't know that Cataphracts are about to come out. And it looks like he's also busted in here despite the efforts of our Byzantine. Monsieur gets... possibly, well, I've seen it in picture if he got a villager kill. I guess I can just... well, it wouldn't be the Eagles, pardon me. It says 2 villager kills on these skirmishers, but now the Cataphracts are out. Their bonus +9 against infantry is going to be pretty darn hard for a unit with only 55 HP to deal with. At the same time, though, Eagles have busted into the north here. Killed another villager or 2. So the action quickly spreading, and this is exactly why I was imploring our Byzantine to wall in his frickin' base. He didn't have to wait until Imperial Age. Oh, the last of the skirmisher dies. He didn't have to wait until Imperial to experience the Eagle Flock. The caca came early. But again, to be fair, you've got a unit with a +9 attack bonus. Mr. Yo needs numbers. He's got a monk out. Monks could be good too. Does our Byzantine have husbandry? Yes, he does. I guess I could have clicked on the unit, seen the 149 that heavy cavalry generally has. Second TC going up for our Byzantine, third TC to the back for Monsieur, who, to be fair, also has been neglecting his wall-off duties. Like two kids who don't want to clean their room, and I'm like the adult saying, "Clean your room, Junior." Monk is gonna bite the dust, but will he get a conversion before he does? He does not. And Mr. Yo is getting rickety wrecked here. This is not good at all. What's the HP on these Cataphracts? Oh my goodness, still almost 600 HP, but now they gotta back away. Pro players hate losing units. They know that even losing 1 unit is a 2-unit swing. You lose 1, your opponent gets 1. Okay, he spreads him. He's going after the eagles, which gives the monk time to get the conversion. And now we're dealing with a Mayan cataphract, which, to be fair, is going to be as good as it gets when it comes to cavalry for the Mayans. They're the only Mesociv that's missing redemption. And so not exactly going to be converting any stables late in this game. Look at that. Just in the blink of an eye, 2 little sword whacks. And the cataphracts get the kill. Now, he might want to start mixing in some lighter cavalry to snipe the monks. Let's see what's going on in the base. Actually, looks like we're about to see another confrontation, so forget that. 1 relic in the meantime for Mr. Yo, because of course it's Mr. Yo. I love the Meso monasteries with the blood on the steps. It's so gory, so crazy. And we've got a castle going up for our Mayan as well. So let's take a quick look at the bases. Got a monk for green as well, moving ever so slowly. Remember, Byzantine monks healing twice as fast makes their army have so much more longevity on the field of battle. So badass that feature. It's like, imagine that combined with the Teuton monk who can heal from twice the distance. Another cataphract got converted. Uh-oh. While he's busy attacking. Okay, he did manage to get 2 monks. While he's busy attacking the monastery, Mr. Yo is busy attacking the economy yet again. 5 villager kills will become 6 or 7 or even 8 potentially here. I don't know if any of these villas are making it home for supper. Ooh, that one does right by the skin of his teeth. By the hair on his chinny chin. But Mr. Yo's got to be careful. These units, their HP looks like it's dropping on a bunch of them. 1 eagle, 1 cataphract basically dying, and there's the castle adding in a bit of arrow fire, picking off individual Mayan units, both natural and converted. Okay, 3 pretty healthy cataphracts are returning home, so this should be the end of this. But will he be able to get another Vil kill? Oh, the mixing of the mob blocking that cataphract, and no more kills for you. Lerey with 779 stone is going to plop down a castle. The question is, where plumed archers? Their attack is not the greatest. Their HP is pretty decent if they can get up to elite with 65, I believe, but it's really their mobility. Fastest moving foot archer in the game. The question is, will it be able to puncture through the 1 base pierce armor of the cataphract? Well, so far the answer is yes. Well, it's yes when it's 5-on-1. Whoa, he decides to cancel the castle after seeing the huge effort being put up by Mr. Yo to build his. Lerey being a little hesitant to engage here might cost him a cataphract or 2 in this battle. Yeah, 1's down. And these plumes, they're not villagers. They will run and they will be able to make it into the castle. This is where their speed comes into play. And Mr. Yo is doubling down on plumes. Okay, he's up to 14 of them. +2/+1 upgrades on them. Bunch of houses, okay. We don't like zoos in this part of town, says Lerey as he stabs that line to death. And oh, wait a second. Mr. Yo does have ballistics. He does have the high ground. This is incredible. How the hell is he doing this? How is he picking off cataphracts? How does a unit that attacks on a base of 5 doing so much damage to a unit that has 110 freaking HP? Byzantines, of course, missing bloodlines and blast furnace, making their units a little bit less powerful than they could be in Imperial Age. But in Castle Age, even without bloodlines, 110 HP is not that bad. Did Mr. Yo lose a single plumed archer there? Yeah, he did lose 1 plumed archer in exchange for all of those cataphracts. House comes under attack. We don't want you as a neighbor, says Mr. Yo's plumed archers. So 1 player doubling down on his cataphracts, 1 player doubling down on his quicker moving foot archers. Have they seen this? Ooh, they have not seen this expansion location by Lerey. They will now. What's going on here? Down will go another red villager, rather a red villager. This is actually Lerey's first Vil kill of the game, while Mr. Yo gets his 16th. So it's starting to get a little ludicrous, the difference in Vil kills. And we've seen lately games decided by who kills more villagers and whose economy is stumped the longest. And it is our Byzantine, no big surprise, paying only 2/3 of the cost, 667 gold, 667 food, 533 gold, which is not a lot. So no surprise that he is going up to Imperial Age first, but Mr. Yo not exactly microing his units, but again, a 2-for-1. Plumed Archers, to be fair, 2-for-1 is not a good exchange rate in terms of gold, because right now in the Castle Age, what are they, 44 gold, I think? Yeah, I think they're 44 gold. It's really an Imperial Age where they become 39 in terms of wood and gold. Another castle war erupting, this time in front of Lierey's base, and Mr. Yo's Plumed Archers. Why are you not a few tiles to the right on the high ground? Looks like a few of them are on the high ground based on their bent little circles there underneath them. But wow, what a disaster for Liereyy. He just had his army count reset to 8. He's trying to bust in. Both castles completed the almost identical time. And then now our Byzantine realizes, hey, wait a second. I got these discounted skirmishers. Might as well use them. Getting Bodkin, getting the elite upgrade. Does have +1 armor. But again, if Mr. Yo upgrades these to elite, I believe 65 HP is pretty hard even for a skirmisher to deal with. That being said, we'll see exactly the direction the players want to take. More and more Plumed Archers being moved forward from the 2 rear castles. I can't imagine he's training them here. Why are you training them here? And what the hell is this? How is she standing on the wall? Makes no sense. Welcome to Age of Empires, the game where the graphics make no sense. To be fair, Liereyy has managed to get 5 villager kills at this time. Unfortunately for him, Mr. Yo's got up to 25 villager kills. Attacking a farm while losing a Plumed Archer. Both players have ballistics, and my goodness, the Plumes just taking those skirmishers to Pound Town. At the same time, it looks like he was trying to lame a few villagers outside this location. Oh no, Lierey's not garrisoning his TC. Lierey's not garrisoning his TC. 25 villager kills has become 34. 35. Who will get out Trebs first? I saw a rocky ball explode. There it is. It is our Byzantine who gets the Trebs out first, but a house being built over here. It looks like 3 more villagers, if not more, have died. 43 villager kills have been killed. Pardon me, I just need my microphone. Don't ask how that works. And wow, Plumed Archers for the win here. No more cataphracts. Is this possibly where our Byzantine should have mixed in a little bit of light cavalry? I mean, as shitty as they are, without bloodlines or blast furnace, they do still get hussars. Hard to say. And wow, didn't I tell you? It's like a work, like watching an artist paint or a musician write lyrics. Watching Mr. Yo with the Mayans, it's in my opinion his best civ. I don't know, tournaments, I don't know, but on ranked ladder, the games that I've seen, he absolutely dominates with the Mayans. And even though it looks like he's gonna lose his castle to the left, he still has a castle to the right. He still has 3 castles to the 2 of his opponent. He has discovered this sneaky little expansion. And even though Liereyy has these spotting houses, I mean, okay, remember, town watch, town patrol for free. So who needs outposts? Who wants to spend that 5 stone when you don't have to? But Lierey's map vision is not bad at all. Mr. Yo's, unfortunately, also not bad at all. And he is to the back. 48 dead villagers. And yeah, there you go. Both players in Imperial. Army counts non-existent for our Byzantine. 1 monk, 1 knight, 1 cataphract. Where even are these units? Okay, monk is hiding behind a field. The knight off to the left, doing nothing after killing 2 units, including a villager. Okay, there you go. So he contested the castle with that knight. And where's the cataphract? Behind the Trebs. To be fair, with 7 kills. Okay, if you've got 7 kills, you can hang out. You can relax. Now, this unit should be right next to this unit, getting healed up with that 2x speed. But wow, Mr. Yo not letting Liereyy do anything here to the right, starting to kill villagers to the back. If if you don't wall against, first of all, if you don't wall against any civ, you're asking for trouble. But if you don't wall against meso civs, or even the civ that has the fastest foot archer in the game, you are asking for trouble. Lerey asked for trouble, and Mr. Yo said, hey, here it is, as he pumps out his trebs, more plumed archers. Not sure he needs to be really attacking these houses, but I feel like he's just gathering himself here, controlling other parts of the map, microing elsewhere. 35 skirmishers, only 17 cataphracts. To be fair, they did a good number on these eagles. They destroyed those eagles, but I'm struggling. Maybe there's something I'm missing here to understand why Lerey took such bad engagements against the plumed archer. This unit attacks from the base of a 5, and a cataphract has 1 base pierce armor. I mean, this is 3 armor against an 8 attack, so 5 damage to a cataphract. So even 15 would be 75 damage, not enough to one-shot. I feel like Lerey was just attacking with too few units at all times. Only 1 cataphract in the beginning, then 3, then 5. Had he gathered the full might of the heavy cavalry that he had and charged into those plumed archers, maybe sent a few behind Mysterio because he would know Mysterio would run away again, which is very possible with these plumed archers. Kiting is such a bad thing to experience when you're fighting against them. Maybe he could have taken a better fight, but as things stand, Mysterio 48 villager kills to 5, 93 total kills to 67. Let's see when the peak APM was. Right at the beginning for Lerey, right in the middle for Mr. Yo, which is, I've theorized before that if his APM isn't highest in the beginning, he usually wins. And then I was, I think, immediately proven wrong by a series of games that disproved that theory. But maybe I'll bring that theory back. Holy moly. 10, 11,000 more resources. Although, to be fair, out-relicking Mr. Yo is no small feat. 4 relics to 1 is pretty darn good. But what the hell? Where is this 10,000 difference? 2,500 wood, 2,000 food. Oh, my goodness. 5,000 gold more. For the Mayans, they don't exactly need that much gold. They're not, they're like the Britons, for example. Their units, again, right now, 39 gold for a plumed archer. 50 gold for an eagle. They're not exactly cataphracts that cost 75 gold, you know, 1,200 stone. So when you add them all up, but this is pretty bonkers. Pretty bonkers that Mayan 15% longer lasting resources may be coming into play. There are 2 conversions to 1, 3 raisings to 2. So not that kind of game, not exactly getting to that point just yet. But ultimately, Lerey, I think, realizes, oh, damn it, you've killed so many villagers. I need food for my units, even discounted. Skirmishers do cost food, and if I really do want to put up a defense out of my 2 castles with cataphracts, which to be fair is still a possibility, Lerey still does have control of his secondary and tertiary golds here to the back. He could have put up a defense. Unfortunately for him, 48 villagers is hard to replace. That's a lot of food that you need to invest into your economy out of only 2 TCs now, right? There's only this one and this one. Oh, pardon me. What am I talking about? 2 TCs, 3 TCs, because this one you can't do anything aside from moving your villagers from the right to the left, to the right to the left, because there's a plumed archer here. There's a plumed archer here. I'm not sure what he's doing here or not here. And you best believe there's going to be a plumed archer here and here, just poking your units with full of arrows. And ultimately, the presence of the trebs, the inability to reinforce his military. Plus, Lerey didn't really have a military-industrial complex. 3 archery ranges is the exact same number of castles that Mysterio has, which I don't know that you can necessarily win by having the equal amount of production. Although, again, securing this location gives you access to the wood, the gold. Pardon me, not only your secondary and tertiary gold, but there's also a gold patch here and a stone patch here. So Lerey, was it too early a GG? Probably not. He has no army. Who's kidding who? You can't do anything with 8 skirmishers, especially not against trebuchets that have 150 pierce armor. So Mr. Destroying the cataphract army in a beautiful display here. Takes the W in a very fun game, and glad that he's back on the rank ladder. Glad that he's playing the Mayans, and GG in all earnest to both players.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.